Wait, can we start this episode with me saying, hello, YouTube?
Can we not?
Can we not? No, maybe. I don't know. All right. Previously on our adventures in the world of The Witcher, Kaspar found himself in a forest glade, avoiding a full-blown panic attack. But you found some solace in the quiet of the woods and the sunlight on your face, and you laid down and were able to kind of calm yourself there. Mariegh and Opheia set out to find the missing Witcher, leaving Saints Crossing and heading into the woods following the tracks. And meanwhile, Kyltan then took on the entirety of the business council single-handedly, resolving their doubts about the group, allowing the group to stay, and essentially convincing them that the group is not behind the missing children. The missing children are not the cause of the mind illness, the mass freak out, and resolving a good number of the issues, and also boosting your reputation a bit here in Saints Crossing. So we're going to go ahead and pick up in the forest glade, where our good friends have found each other once again. So, Opheia and Mariegh, you've been following the tracks of Kaspar through the, afternoon forest, and have followed the tracks to this glade, and you find yourselves in the presence of Kaspar, who is doing what?
Oh God, what if he just dozed off? What if he's asleep in a field when they see him? And they're just like, man, really? After all you've done and all we've worried, you're just asleep in a field in a fucking sunbeam, you fucker. Yeah, he's asleep. I've convinced myself.
Cool.
What do Mariegh and Opheia
He really
do in
is.
this situation?
He really is something.
He's fucking asleep. I think Bart goes over and kicks him.
He could rip Van Winkle and wake up in 80 years, and the campaign has moved on without him.
Isn't that what The Witcher 3 is about? Or Witcher 1, rather?
No. That was like 5 years.
I go over and lightly kick him. Enough for it to hurt just a little bit, not to actually damage him.
Yeah. If Kaspar's anything like me, when I either have a panic attack or almost have a panic attack, I immediately want to fall asleep after. I'm like one of those fainting goats.
Yep.
So he just kind of rouses immediately. What are you doing?
Doing a nice nap.
Not especially. Especially not now.
So you're not enjoying a poor nap?
What the fuck is going on? Why the fuck did you do that? Why the fuck did you do that?
Something came over me, and instinct kicked in.
worry about your instincts if you see a child as a threat.
Kaspar? I was able to sense the events of what went down. Actually, Game Master, correct me if that's incorrect, but
Mari told you
Actually,
what happened.
well, I'm at the specifics. Would I be able to using my when I used my what's it called? When I used to read nature, would I be able to tell specifically how the carnage went down?
I think between Mariegh telling you what happened and also using your abilities, and then just kind of getting a read of the scene, I think you've got a pretty clear idea. I would say go ahead and give me a deduction check. We'll see as you put those pieces together, but I would say it's a pretty low DC in this instance. So as long as you don't crit fumble, you should be good. Yeah, easily. You're able to put together pretty accurately how it all went down.
Kaspar, it would be horrific enough if you had just struck that child down. But you didn't. You struck at him once, and it didn't kill him somehow. And he told you to stop. And then you killed him. Those are bad instincts.
He thought the world of us. And look what it got him.
My instinct was to kill. I did it with purpose, and I did not hesitate. And I don't feel guilty.
I slap him. You who want to be human so fucking much that you employ a mage to help you. You need to fix these attitudes. Or you're not going to last. When I turn you back to where you need to be.
There's nothing wrong with my attitude. I react in the same way that every human I've ever met would. GM, can I make a deception check for the I don't feel guilty? Because he is lying.
Absolutely.
Deceited. I'm gonna put luck into this.
Ooh, 14.
Wow. That's
Mariegh
kind of
and
high.
Opheia, you can
That's
go ahead.
so Kristen.
Human perception to see if you can see through this deceit.
I don't know if I feel like Opheia's biased enough that she probably wouldn't try to. I don't think she might not try to see through this actually, but
Fair enough.
let's see. I'm curious. Maybe she's just really empathetic today.
Oh my god.
I think Mariegh rears back to slap him again, but then just all the fight goes out of it, and she just like soft fist on the shoulder. Whatever caused you to do this is bigger than all of us, and it's time we start taking it seriously. Doesn't change what you did. Doesn't change the fact that Kato had his whole life ahead of him is dead because
of
something.
me.
Because of you, but also because of something that compelled you. Well, from what Opheia described of it, it was you were not in your right mind. Though you still killed him.
Like Opheia said, I had the ability to stop. He blocked quite impressively my first attack. And I didn't just hit him again, I hit him twice more.
Yes, and I'll hate you forever for that. But this is beyond a witcher and a kid, and this is beyond a mage and a druid. This affected everyone, almost everyone in town. And I can't imagine it was an isolated incident. We are in a unique position in that what we know about this force, this comet, we need to do something about it so this does not happen again.
Need to do something about it.
No, you do too. You're guilt-bound by it.
I will not be traveling with you all again. I'm afraid this is where we part ways.
Opheia is going to cast a hex on Kaspar.
What?
I am going to cast a hex on Kaspar. I'm going to cast the odious hex.
What the fuck? Oh, I'm already hated.
What?
I'm already by default hated almost everywhere
But
except
people
for
don't know you're-
Nilfgaard and
But people don't know you're a witcher here.
Yeah, I think this would override like disguises and stuff. So
oh shit, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. Do I resist this? Or does this just happen?
I think you could try resist magic, but
let's see. I don't see usually you don't have a defense on it. It may not. You just,
Hexes usually don't have defenses. They just happen because there's a chance of the person doing the hexing to get
yeah,
damaged.
if I fumbled it would have been bad for me.
Oh, you have to insult the effigy. What do you say?
No, I don't. You don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. That's if you want to lift this.
Oh, right. Oh, requirements to
I just
lift.
cast
That's
this.
right.
yeah.
Oh,
So while
fuck, that's
hex,
gonna be
so
real bad
you
for
count as one level lower unless you're already hated, and then it'll affect the races that you're not normally hated by, and then I would say also because this is a magical effect, I would say will probably supersede like basic disguises and things. You have kind of an aura of despicableness
Bad
at this
vibes.
point. Yeah.
What the fuck did you just do?
I made you sort of just a warning to others who can't already see what you are, I suppose. But it's going to be a lot harder than it already is for you to get work this way.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because you need to do something besides lay in the grass and act like nothing happened. Do you know how to lift this hex?
I'm gonna say no. No, I don't.
Then you're still traveling with us because you need my help.
Why the fuck?
you run off into the world, never to see us again, your goal and my goal dies.
Fuck my goal.
Really, you throw away your one chance at regaining a peaceful death, peaceful retirement. I know you. You're more selfish than that.
Opheia, by all rights, I should kill you.
Where's your sword? Oh, right, I have it.
I've got the other one.
I don't think
What?
I would need it. You're breakable. Why? What do you have to gain from keeping a killer on a leash?
I don't think it's my place to try to put you out of your misery. So, it's not within my morals to hire a witcher to kill monsters, but I feel like you can be put to use in a better way. If you truly are nothing more than a violent, destructive machine, you should put that violence towards something that can help me.
You know that this hex might get me killed, and you alongside me.
Well, maybe we'll get to see you go down first. I could cast another hex too, actually. I know a couple of tricks. You know, I'm spooky like that.
Witchy.
I wouldn't go as far as to witchy. I aspire to that, but maybe I should call in a favor or two.
I spent so long fearing mages, and apparently I should have spent the time fearing druids as well.
Wouldn't make you that different from anybody else, actually. We were in the middle of we had a plan. Things aren't going well right now, but we still have a plan. We need to correct course. Can't do it without you.
No one in the town knows that you killed Lorcan. I pinned it on
And
someone
no.
else.
And now they'll hate me. By default.
You aren't in the town.
No one saw, except for me. And I'm willing to lie on your behalf.
No, from the curse.
Why?
Because I need you. It's the plain and
Fine.
simple of it.
Forced to travel around with people who insist on using me. Fine. Fine.
As the three of you reconvene here in the glade, have this interaction counter with each other. Back in Saints Crossing, a ways away through the forests and down the road, Kyltan of Spala, you have just completed your mission with
Only task.
with your task, and is there two of you now? I might have duplicated you.
Two Kyltans.
Ah, the dream.
Lemon Demon fans knew.
Okay, there we go. Kyltan, you see the figure of Lun the innkeeper, father of Maeve, approaching as he comes down the street. Bit bedraggled, and he seems a bit worse for wear, all things considered, but not too surprising. He approaches you. He goes, well, how's it faring, Mr. Kyltan?
Well, not too great, but,
Yeah.
Gotta get by somehow.
No, I understand that. Yeah. It's been a rough day. I had a good talk with Maeve and the other kids. I got to meet them now that things have settled down a little bit. And, well, Maeve explained her whole situation to me, and I can't say I understand it, but if that's what she wants to do, then all I can do is try and help her along that. And I wanted to talk to you about the matter of a coin. We agreed on 800 crowns, and well, I have it here. He reaches into his side satchel bag. He pulls out a hefty looking kind of coin purse, and he says, I just visited the bank up the street. This is pretty much all I've got. I'm willing to pay you as agreed, Mr. Kyltan, but I was wondering if you might consider. I'd love to leave something with Maeve, a sort of dowry or, something to help her along her journey. He kind of seems a little put down. He's like, I hate to do this, but would you take 500 crowns instead of the agreed upon 800 so I could give some to Maeve and to the other kids as well to help them on their...
Happily loan you 300 crowns, my friend. Don't hesitate to ask.
I do appreciate that, Master Kyltan. I hope that Maeve will...
the full...
Well, I think she'll find her way.
Marry somebody rich. Well,
maybe
500, and then you hang on to that 300 and put it in a good place.
Well, it's going to Maeve. It's hers to do with as she will. So it's not much, but hopefully it'll be enough to help her along the road.
And the other kids.
And the other kids, of course. But 300 only goes so far. So.
Well. Okay. Works for me. And you sing my praises here in town, because I know half the business council has it out for me.
Of course, Mr. Kyltan.
They can know I'm not just some big city grifter coming through to trouble people if I'm giving the innkeeper 300 crowns of my own good and free will.
I can offer you a free room here anytime you'd like to stay in Saints Crossing.
Oh, maybe a pint to go.
Of course.
Actually, you brew your beer here, right? That was not too bad. I'd be happy to sell it along the road.
We don't brew it here, but we have a few partners on the outskirts near the, more rural areas. They brew some good wheat ales and things like that out along the outskirts.
I'd buy from you and, maybe turn a profit in some more ale scarce places.
It'd be much appreciated if you're looking to do such a thing. I can't say I would think of our ale as anything exceptional, but if you do, then...
Oh, never mind then.
Of course.
I'll buy some exceptional ale. Sorry.
It's pretty
maybe I'll throw some stuff in there, maybe trick people. No, I don't trick people. I'm a good, honest merchant. I've given you 300 crowns. I'll just be on my merry way then. Gotta go find my other upstanding individual partners and friends to protect me from dangers about the city. Actually, I'm in the guard now, so... really, you're all my friends, unless you get into trouble. Don't you go getting into trouble, you hear?
I try and avoid it as best I can, but it always does seem to find its way into the end.
forgot I'm in an investigation. Did you see any last night or whenever it was? Did you see anybody who was, having a go at any stores or something? I know you were there with us, but any horrible things happen?
Well,
Any leads?
I can't say for sure. I mean, it sounds like everybody was affected in some way. The main street here has been, well, everyone shut down for the day, really, until at least we figure out what's going on. And, well, it seems like most of the people who were affected, those afflicted, they seem to have been rounded up and, well, either killed by the guards or sometimes by their own families or whoever else they encountered. And, they left quite the path of destruction as well. So, the bank seemed to be in quite disarray. There was a number of villagers and townsfolk trying to get their savings out. It took me nearly, an hour to get this.
Run the banks, no!
You can't! That's not how banks work. They have all that money all the time.
Well,
that would be ridiculous.
Cause the market to crash.
I've got to go to the bank right now. Tell people not to take their money out. Your money's going to be next to worthless. You might have doomed all your neighbors, Lun.
Oh, no.
Not that I'm complaining. I have that. I might just have to go spend this soon before it becomes worthless. Can I go check out the bank and see if I could cause some order to the disorder? Make a name for myself. I really want to be ingrained before Kaspar gets back and people start trying to run him out of town so I can beat some heads legally instead of illegally.
Kyltan really is what about the economy?
But the economy!
No, we literally just got paid, and if a month later this shit's worthless in the whole area, I'm not going to be happy. Here's 500 we come back sometime. Lun's Inn is boarded up.
I pulled out one townsfolk and it was already Panicked Alchemist.
Out of the way, guard coming through.
Kaspar can't go back into town now. They're gonna have to find they're gonna have to find a place to stash him.
I had a really good idea.
You just can't talk to anybody.
We can make Kaspar the guard. Everybody already hates the guards by default because they fucking suck. And then he can kill people and nobody can do anything about it. That's what we needed this whole time. Every time Kaspar goes into a town and murks somebody, he would have full immunity if he was just a guard.
I mean, here's the one caveat. Kaspar also hates the guard.
So? Just don't hate yourself. All the guard is at the warfront, dude. It's like old man city out here.
Old man city, bitch. Old man.
You're not going to get in a fight with yourself. Except for yesterday.
No, he'll fight an old man, though.
Well, then if you kill the guard captain, you're the guard captain. I don't know what to tell you. That's how that works.
All right.
I don't think that's exactly how that works, but
I am an old man city.
You are an old man guard in the city.
It's there's fucking Dread Pirate Robert.
I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm standing here looking upon 7 old men standing around a building.
All of which are Panicked Alchemists.
See what you see, Kyltan.
Excuse me, out of the way.
It's also very funny because just on the stream side of things, Bo, your sweater looks like part of the gravel tech or the stone texture. It just kind of continues up into your sweater. All right, Kyltan, as you approach the bank, you see the financial advisor banker who is trying to kind of close the doors for the day after the harrowing events that have occurred, and you see there are a bunch of business folk, townsfolk who are essentially trying to make withdrawals as the bank is trying to close, and he's going, please, everybody, please, it's not the time. I want
to try to use leadership to kind of take control of the situation. Now, I have no points in this. I have never put a point in a lead. Oh, wait, I have 1 IP. I have 1 point in leadership.
Yeah.
I have never put a point in until 5 seconds ago, but I think it might be able to work since I am. I can at least say I'm a guard, and somebody might be able to back me up somewhere.
All right. Go ahead and give us a leadership roll.
You've got to
Leadership.
listen to the banker, disperse, come back tomorrow. Your money will be there, all right. And I have.
Give a flex of the pecs.
Flash the badge.
I don't have either of those, but I will swing my fucking
Nice.
door hammer around.
The giant
your
hammer.
pumpkin
Yeah.
smasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, my pumpkin smasher.
18 is what you needed. You actually start to kind of break through some of the clamor of voices here, and they start to kind of turn and look at you and say, oh, "Who's this guy? Oh, I guess he does have a pretty good point. Oh, I've heard of this guy. He's supposed to be new in town." That kind of thing. And they kind of start
And yet
to,
I found my place.
Red Seas for Moses part as Kyltan approaches.
Oh, that's nice. I was imagining like shoving through people and like pump faking them. So
That's
I
what
like
it would
the way
be
you
if
described
they
it.
hadn't listened to you. But they start to clear the area. They're still kind of like hovering, but they are listening and engaged to what you are saying to them. They go,
pump fake.
the
Let me
banker,
in.
Gustav, kind of opens
And
the
unlock
door a
the
bit.
door.
He goes,
Excuse me, sir. The bank is closed for the day. I
I'm a
can't-
guard, god damn it. Let me in and lock the door.
Oh,
Why are you even cracking the door to these cretins?
well,
he opens the door.
Kneel to authority.
He closes.
Before I was a guard, I was a businessman. I know bankers. I banked in Novigrad. I've banked everywhere.
that's all very good, sir. I've only ever banked here and say it's
Why don't you listen and I'll talk?
Yes.
Patience is wearing thin. I'll just set the hammer down on the desk.
I am the one who banks.
I am the one. I knock with the hammer. Listen here, you little shit. I'm going to give him one of those talks, but essentially I explain.
I'm a Navy SEAL.
I'll explain the concept of inflation and money supply and like things I imagine a banker would know, but also that he knows he doesn't have everybody in town's money. Oh God, let me make an awareness check to make sure he doesn't just have everybody in town's money just sitting here in a big pile or something.
Oh my god, that's definitely like the map that Zephyr would pull up is just like with
He's
gold.
like, I'm just imagining like you gotta keep the paychecks at a bank. You gotta keep the lights on or the candles bought. You have to make money somehow. So you have to invest money. Otherwise, you just have an equal amount of money to the money people put in, and you can't spend any of that paying people's salaries. Okay.
Yeah. Kyltan, you get a look and you see that there is a vault here, a big kind of cast iron safe. No way is this holding all of Saints Crossing's money savings. This is like...
You've got investments then.
Yes, we're part of the bigger firm now throughout, and we're just a small branch.
Yes, it's fine.
Yes.
Understandable. I don't even know what they're in. And you've got enough money to pay if your investments, maybe the ranch burns down or your ship sinks and you've only got stock in a few. Yes or no?
Well...
No? Wrong?
In
Not well?
theory,
yes.
yes.
Or no?
Yes. In
Yes.
theory.
Good. And if everybody in town comes to get their money, do you have enough if the ranch burns down? No.
Well, that's a different matter. No, that's the situation we're facing, is that people are a little tense. And
No, what I'm saying is you absolutely, under no circumstances, can give these people their money.
But by law, we're supposed to if they ask for legally.
Up to what point? You're going to run out, and then by law, you'll be a criminal denying people their money anyway. I'm the law.
Well, we've never really had a situation like this, and my manager, he's in Exeter, and we're like, I'm not really
Oh,
sure.
yes, and I'm sure he'd love to hear the first of such situations here. Right.
It sounds perhaps you're a bit more knowledgeable of such things than I am. Maybe
Offer
you could help
Promise.
facilitate this situation, perhaps.
Aye.
Kyltan
Yes, of
comes
course.
at anchor. In addition
Oh
to
my
A
Kaspar.
temporary.
God.
The disaster's under control. They don't need to be taking their life savings out. If the thing burned down, that's what insurance is for. You have fire insurance here.
What's insurance?
Well, we do charge a premium for certain things, but the reality is that really we don't often pay out the money. It's really
Okay,
more of a
look. So
Yeah.
that's good. You don't want to pay out. That's
we make
fine.
it quite difficult for the customers to do so. Yeah.
You good. You should be.
Oh,
Smart
God.
man.
I feel like I'm at work.
Now, don't let anybody take their money out unless their house burned down and they've got a policy with you. If they don't, tell them they've got to wait a week. If they come saying they had their house burned down, you have the guards go check, find any foul play. They could be committing insurance fraud. Regardless, you keep that money in that safe and this town will survive. And if you don't, then it won't. And that's that.
You
Hell,
hear
it
a
might do
loud
good to
thud
invest some of that
on the door behind you, Kyltan.
into.
Someone tries to kick the door. Someone is
God
pounds
damn
on it. Open up in
As a
there.
guard of this fine town, you break that door down, and you're not. Oh God, unhinged bandit, and you're not. I can't see through a door. And if you're not guards, then you're getting crossbow bolts to the face.
We're here for our money.
Well, you can damn well
Please,
come back in a week.
You don't. That's yeah. You don't. That's John.
Hide under the desk, you sniveling man. Let me take care of this.
He starts to kind of crawl under his desk.
I have
Right.
a speech impediment.
Disaster's over. If your house burned down, take it out of your policy. If your house didn't burn down, you can come back in a week.
A week. Who's to say half these shits are still gonna be here in a week? Who are you,
money?
anyways, Mister?
I'm Sergeant of the Guard, Kyltan Aspala, and Financial General. Nope, the Financial Overseer.
Better.
You see
Branch manager.
one of the bandits,
No,
or
he
like
has a
the
branch
thugs
manager.
behind the leader here, Jorn. He goes, "But boss, he's an overseer. What's he overseeing? What though? I don't
When I
understand
put the
this
crossbow
financial
bolt-
stuff, boss. I thought we were supposed to get paid."
I'll tell him, when I put a crossbow bolt through your eyes, I'll be the one overseeing and you'll be over blind.
You see the other
And look
one
around and
steps
see if
forward
any of
now.
the bandits laugh.
Yuck.
Uh-oh.
A cruel kind of smirk on his face. He goes,
Well, Sergeant of the Guard. That's a real nice title, but if I'm a counting man, seems as though we're a little outnumbered here. One to all of us here.
Accountant.
Yeah.
You say you're an accountant. We actually could use an accountant at this bank.
Yeah.
Why don't you step aside real quick? Here. Make room for this man. Actually, alchemist, get the fuck out of here.
But we have our money that we
Bandit
need.
veteran. You're the accountant. You're going to count it up. I just got business with your mates. I'm trying to get this one to stand aside while I talk to the other ones.
all right, Kyltan, go ahead and give me a persuasion or leadership check here. If you're trying to
This
get the
is gonna
one
be
to move, or if you're trying to get the group to listen to you, depending on what you're trying to do.
I'm going to play this point by point. I'm going to get the one to move.
Okay.
You'll be counting the money once the time is right. And the rest of these folks I'm going to have a word with. So you step aside and we'll get on with it. Whoops. I should actually add 3 to that. Well, maybe my reputation doesn't actually add to this. Well, I don't know.
It would in Saints Crossing. You have been spreading reputation here.
19 then. Fumble or no fumble, it's a 19.
All right. He's got pretty decent resist coercion, but 19 is still pretty good. And it still beats it. Yeah, he got a 17.
Nice.
So,
we'll try to get this guy to make some room and have this dude like stand over there.
Yeah. The crowd starts to part a little bit. Some of them kind of like move back, and they begin to kind of, they start to kind of listen to reason a little bit. And this one, steps back a bit.
Now you, puzzled man in the back, come here. You'll do the talking. The puzzled bandit veteran.
Oh, but boss, I don't talk.
Well, that's good practice. I think it's
I'm a goon.
high time you talk.
You're right.
Put your goon in and start
I'm talking
talking.
right now.
Okay.
People always tell me to put my goon in.
Good man. Now, let me tell you this. What's the difference between money now and money in a week?
Unhinged Bandit is going to body check you,
damn it, I
essentially.
forgot about Unhinged. He's gonna what?
He's going to essentially body check you. He's going to try and push past
cool.
you.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Ooh.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
I have my crossbow drawn. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
I set the fucking boundaries. I'm in the guard. If you're gonna try to rush the bank, you're going to be shot.
All right. In this case, we're gonna enter initiative then. See who acts first.